shut the fuck up, actually.
Why don't you make me shut the fuck up? Because I have an opinion that differs from yours. It's not fucked up. It's real.
Bitch, you just met me like 10 minutes ago. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
Today, we are reviewing the Whatever podcast. We'll be talking about trans issues, high-value women, who pays on the first date, equals right, equals fight, and the gender roles. Let's dive into it.
Green Lantern said, Chase, would you rather smash the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world? Honestly, bro, the oldest woman in the world, because then I wouldn't be gay.
What? You really just want me to just rip you a fucking new one. I swear to God.
Are you like, Chase, how dare you be transphobic?
Yes, actually. What the fuck do you mean? Yes, that was so
Because if
necessary.
I had sex with a trans woman, I'd be having sex with a biological man, and I don't want to do that.
The question is,
That's not what you said, though. That's fine. If that's
Because
what you
I'd
want
be
to say.
gay if I had sex
That's
with a
not
biological
gay.
man.
That's not gay.
That's
And
gay.
I don't even care if you're doing this for like whatever, but like shut the fuck up, actually.
I'm doing
You
it
look
for
like
what
you have a
Hey,
leader
why-
respect
why don't-
his
why don't-
street
That's too far.
identity.
That's
Why
too
don't you
fucking
Why don't
far.
you make me
That's
shut
too
the fuck
far.
up? Because I have an opinion that differs from yours.
I'm not gonna be a part of something that's starting to say shit like that.
She's right. I mean, that's really
What?
hateful,
She's
bro.
not. She's not. It would technically be homosexual. A trans woman is a biological man. Sue me. It's true.
Fuck, dude, that's mean. I also gotta go.
It's
I gotta
not
go.
fucked up. It's real. It's true.
Okay, if you guys want to
It's
respect gender
factual.
identity.
I don't care what anyone says. Two men having sex is gay. A man sucking a dick is gay. If you're straight, can you imagine someone forcing you to have sex with someone of the same gender? How does it feel? It's disgusting. Of course, it's the same logic if we apply it to gay people. Forcing a gay person to have sex with the opposite sex would be very nasty. So how come we cannot respect the preference of someone, the sexual orientation of someone? A man having sex with a trans woman that is actually a biological man, that is gay. And the worst part is that she was trying to fight for trans women's rights. At the same time, she's alienating people watching the show against trans, because this type of behavior, when you're intolerant against someone's sexual orientation or someone's sexual identity, then you're alienating people against your cause. Similarly, this type of social justice warriors, they are always the most intolerant. They will go everywhere claiming they are good people, but at the end of the day, she was trying to resort to violence. If she was a man, she would have physically assaulted him just because of a different point of view. Let's go to the next extract.
I said women have been oppressed since the beginning of time.
How?
And it's natural.
How?
Are you really? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? You're
the one
asking
saying
me
this is true.
how?
Yes.
Here's maybe a better question.
Defend
How?
your-
No, because I'm not going. If
Okay,
you
because
don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
Normal,
who
listen,
are,
in normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude. And you're full of a lot. No, I'm talking right now. You had your chance, I'm going to talk. When I'm done, you talk. That's equality, right?
Keep going.
Right. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what I'm saying is in conversation, when you bring something up, you can't just state something as fact and then not defend it. And then say, oh, well, if you don't know, it's just because you're XYZ, because that's what you're doing right now. So, you said women have been oppressed by man since the dawn of civilization.
Yes.
How?
If you don't know that, I'm not going to explain to you.
Bro,
Because that's
just put a big
basic
L in the
knowledge.
chat for her, guys.
That
Just
is
put a
basic
big L for this
knowledge.
girl, bro.
This is the definition of being brainwashed. Holding a position without knowing why, without knowing how to explain it as well. A working class person today is more comfortable than the king 100 years ago. Since the beginning of time, men and women have been working together in order to survive in life. Life was hard for both men and women, and this is why they've been collaborating throughout history in order to survive. Men were dying in wars to protect their families. People were attacking their families and communities, and they were defending them every single day. They were also working to provide for their family. At the same time, the woman had a hard job as well, to look after the family and especially the kids. So in terms of people oppressing women, everyone was oppressed back in the day. 99.9% of the people were oppressed. Even the kings were oppressed. They could actually be killed at any time if someone else came and attacked the country. So thinking that men have been oppressing women since the beginning of time, this is not knowing history. We end up in a situation where men have civilized the world so much that we believe that the world is a very safe place to live. When you think about it, the world has always been a very dangerous place to live. And if men hadn't civilized the world, we would be even in a worse place today. Masculine Academy channel provide all the tools for men to become their best version and also to navigate the delusional dating scene. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into the next extract.
What makes a high value woman?
Oh, God.
What's that?
Concepts foreign
Let
to
me
you.
ask you that.
Concepts foreign to you. Modesty, being demure.
Modesty. What does modesty?
Yeah, modesty in character, modesty in appearance, modesty in her demeanor.
You just don't like it when a woman is outspoken. You're intimidated by that.
Bitch, you just met me like 10 minutes
Well,
ago.
okay.
And
let's-
you're already starting to say, you just called me a bitch, you insulted me. I have not insulted you. I said that you are intimidated. It
Wait,
seems to me
listen.
that you are intimidated.
Nobody's intimidated by you, first of all.
I don't, I'm not, who's
Second of all,
yeah,
you
no,
don't
it
even-
seems like you're intimidated by
You- listen.
somebody that that speaks the truth. That modesty, that is
Okay.
that is your concern. Modesty.
No.
So you just said that a high value woman. The first thing that came out of your mouth was modesty.
there were
That is at the top
there were
of your
multiple
list.
things that came out
Is
of my
that
mouth.
at the top of the list? Modesty.
No.
Then why did you name it?
Men and women are different and they value different things as well. For example, women will value men that are tall or that have a good financial situation, where men will place less value on this type of characteristics. When he's talking about modesty, this is very important for men. First of all, modesty of character. Men do not want to deal with combative women. That's a fact. Secondly, modesty in terms of the appearance. Men do not want naked pictures or half-naked pictures of their girlfriend or even their wife on the internet. They do not want half-naked pictures on all social media. That's for sure. Thirdly, demeanor. Men do not like women that are loud. Men do not value this type of woman. So it was very spot on every single aspect of modesty. Men value three things in particular. First, physical attractiveness. Secondly, usefulness in women. And thirdly, kindness and nurturing. These are the characteristics that have been supported by evolutionary psychology books, including the book The Evolution of Desire by Davis Buss. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. Let's dive into the next extract.
Obviously, yeah, I think it's best to grow. When you're in a relationship, if you're benefiting and you're growing in a relationship, good. But if you are unhappy and if you're not happy, like staying home with your man and you would rather be partying, break up with him. Don't be with him, because if you'd rather be partying, go do that. You're not committed to be stay-at-home girlfriend with your man and just listen to your man.
What's the point of being in a relationship if everything that you do doesn't change when you are in a relationship than when you're single? Being in a relationship takes effort. It means that you are going to forego what you used to do before. When you're listening to what she's saying, is that if you want to do something, just do it. If you have this urge to do something, just do it. Follow your emotions, follow your feelings. This is not being free. This is being slave to your emotions. Being pushed by your desires, your basic desires. If you want to eat whatever you want, you're going to eat. The result is going to be obesity. If you want to sleep around, you sleep around. The result is going to be promiscuity, causing emotional trauma to your long term. So it's not always about following short-term pleasures.
Because is that man providing for me financially? Probably not. Does he have a ring? Did he put a ring on my finger? Probably not. Is he gonna put a ring on my finger?
Probably
not. I'm 21 years old.
Probably not.
And I'm not
Probably not.
looking for that. I'm not looking for that. That's okay. I'm not looking for marriage at 21 years old, and I don't think I'm gonna find a high value man at this age, because there isn't any high value men at this age.
So what you're seeing here is a woman wanting the benefit of the modern lifestyle while holding men to their traditional gender role. She wants to be able to party with her girlfriend. She wants to be able to go and sleep around. But at the same time, she wants a man, a high value man, to put a ring on her finger and to provide for her when she's a feminist. So you have to listen to the cognitive dissonance of this woman. How can you be a radical feminist, but at the same time you're asking the man to bring all the money to provide for you, and you can just chill and relax? That's insane. Either you're a feminist and in that sense you believe in gender equality, it means that you need to split everything 50-50, right? Or you're not a feminist, and in that case you're more a traditional woman. You cannot pick and choose. In the sense of picking and choosing, people will pick marriage, but what a lot of women have in mind is the wedding, is not the actual long-term commitment. And this is why women will initiate the vast majority of the divorces. Because when you have in mind that only the ceremony, the wedding, to have the big dress, big reunion, then you're missing the point of the long-term commitment. So as a man, it's very important when you see this type of behavior to stay away from this type of woman. If you want to know about the type of woman you should avoid at all costs, watch this video. But no high-value man will consider such woman a party girl for a long-term relationship. At 21, you are within your sexual market peak. So this is when you have the most leverage to find a high-value man. It's not when you're like 30 or 35 or 40 that you will find a high-value man. You have more chances to find a high-value man between 20 and 25. This is when women achieve what we call the sexual market peak, when they are the most desirable for men. Let's continue.
I think the guy should pay. I usually would offer to split, but then I
If
would
he
see
takes
how
you-
they react
So
to
if he
me
ta-
asking to go ahead.
So if, okay, you offer, but if he takes you up on it, you're gonna feel salty about him taking you up on it
I'm not gonna be mad. I'll do it, but I'll probably not consider a second date.
because he took you up on your offer to pay, or to split rather.
Yeah, because I don't really wanna. If I wanna be splitting dates with someone, I'll just go out with my girlfriends.
Never listen to what women say. Always watch what they do. Even the 20-year-old woman, the feminists, do not want to pay on the first date. It's interesting to notice that she will offer to pay. But as a man, you have to understand that what she says is not in line with what she thinks. And this is why when you go out with a woman, obviously I would always recommend men to pay. Men to take the lead. But at the same time, it's always this cognitive dissonance from women. They will say something while wishing something different. The fact that she's hinting that she only goes out with men if they pay, otherwise she goes out with her girlfriend. She's seeing a man as a wallet, as someone that will pay for her. She doesn't really want to invest in a relationship with the man. And this is the issue these days, is that these women will see men as a wallet. So spending time with a man is only interesting if he's the one paying for it. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to her. And as a man, you have to be always aware of this type of manipulation. And this is again the case when women want the best of both worlds. They want to hold men to the traditional gender role for paying for all the dates, while also not being held to the traditional woman gender role. So they do not want to be a woman that will be caring for their boyfriend, that will be willing to cook for their boyfriend, but they will be forcing the guy, wishing that the guy will pay for the dates. Keep that in mind as a man.
Men should pay. Why?
I don't know, it's just my opinion. If the man is asking me out, then yeah, I think he should pay. If I'm asking him out, I don't know,
He
I'm
should-
not
he
really.
should still pay?
No, I don't think, I've never asked a guy out.
Well, there you, okay.
But
So
I've never been in the situation where I've even had to pretend to get my wallet out. It's always been the man
But why?
pursuing me,
Okay.
I guess.
But-
And I just prefer it that way.
You prefer- okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer a man who takes action and is kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say like, I don't even know a good word to put it, but
Leader.
I'd want him to be like, just taking action, being a man, I guess.
being the leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not really the leader, but just being a man and stepping up and and
Being
paying.
the man, stepping up.
Doing his manly
Stepping up
duties.
and not being the leader.
Doing his manly duty.
Only equality when it benefits them. So she wants a man to do everything that a leader does without the authority to be a leader, without having the title to be a leader. So she wants the man to pay for the date. She wants the man to take the lead, take initiative, decide what to do, when to do it. She wants a man that is stronger physically, that is smarter, but at the same time, she doesn't want the man to lead. So it doesn't make any sense. If a woman wants a man to take all the initiatives, to pay for everything, he's the leader. That's obviously the case. But the fact that this feminist wouldn't want to admit it, because that will go against her belief as a feminist. She wants a strong man, a leader, which is what most women want. A man that takes initiative, that is ambitious. But this goes against the feminist narrative.
You guys, that
Are
oppression.
you, so
doesn't
are you
exist.
oppressed?
I mean, I'm here
Into
to
the mic.
stand. I'm here to stand up for women that are oppressed. Yeah, I don't like. What I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting picked on here.
Well, I'm just asking you some questions. So, it's okay. Would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes.
So, do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman can, being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do and not being bashed by society for that. And obviously standing up for like women's like rights and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just feel like this question's really dense if I'm being honest.
This lady has made a big mistake. She actually disclosed the reality of the feminist movement. Being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, without being held to the consequences of your actions. Being able to sleep with anyone you want, but at the same time, not wanting men to hold them for their promiscuity. Being able to not work really hard in their workplace and being able to have the same promotions of someone that work really, really hard. This is the definition of feminism that she disclosed. And this is why this movement is extremely toxic. It's not fighting for equality. It's fighting for women dominating, for women doing whatever they want without any type of consequences. That's the reality of modern feminism.
You almost very knee-jerk when I asked who should pay, you said that men should pay immediately, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, like, yes, in society, like, fixing that and through, like, the system. But, yeah, I don't, oh my God.
Hold on,
You just like, ugh.
Try to keep this.
This is the issue with feminism. As soon as you start poking it, it doesn't make any sense. And this is so much nonsense that she cannot explain it. This is why she cannot express her views, because they don't make any sense. When you want to hold men to their traditional gender role, but at the same time you're saying that you're a feminist, a radical feminist, is just not compatible. Either you're a radical feminist and you believe in gender equality, or you're a traditional woman. You cannot have the best of both worlds.
I want to have a dialogue with you. So my question was, you were talking about feminism and gender equality, so I just kind of want to get to the crux of that. So
It's the same, when you say that, it's giving the same argument, oh, if a woman hits me, feminism, gender equality, I can hit her back. It's giving that. That's what you're giving.
what? Wait.
That same argument when men are like, oh, like equal fights, or equal rights, equal fights. That's what you're kind of giving right now.
Well, that's not what I said, but I mean, I would be prepared to say that if a woman is physically assaulting you, or if anyone is physically assaulting you, regardless of their sex or gender, you're perfectly within your right to defend yourself.
That is true.
How is that possible that someone contradicts herself so many times in a short period of time? Either you're defending your position that men should never ever, even if they are being assaulted by women, attack them, or you're defending the position where if someone attacks you physically, whether it's a man or woman, you're within your right to defend yourself. You cannot defend opposite arguments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you like Delusional Woman, here is a great episode of the Pearly Podcast.